Yeah. So what do you guys think about, let me ask you something. Hillary Clinton.
How do you feel about her?
Well, the
Are
thing
you a fan? I think you're a fan.
Hillary Clinton. Well, we get your guys' answer on this. I want to get your take on this.
Okay. Sell us.
Orlando. The Orlando attack. What do you guys feel about Hillary Clinton having the father of the murderer, the guy who killed 49 gay people at the club, sit right behind her at a rally?
I don't think she knew that was him. I think he was just there.
I've got that man right there is a retired police officer, 25 years. He'll tell you this. He's worked details. You do not get behind the president at a rally or a candidate at a rally without being vetted.
Wasn't he in Hollywood? He had the celebrity.
Where are you from?
All right. So, people in Hollywood were partying at his homes, at his mansions or whatever. He was donating to Hillary. He was donating to Republicans. Politicians went to his houses, whatever. You never heard a bad word about him. Now he's running for office. All of a sudden, homophobic. He's Islamophobic. He's a racist. He's a bigot. He's everything. That's so you won't vote for him. He's none of those things. I'm telling you. Ask people who associate him with that know him.
But why does he say those things?
Because he's not, what's the word I'm going to use if I say, you ever meet someone that's intelligent but that has no social grace?
I don't believe that. Yeah.
He has no social grace. Seriously, you can have people that have a lot of money that are intelligent in one area and dumb in another. I'm telling you guys, he has no social grace.
We won't take the, I mean, November, and I'm in the booth, and we'll take this
No,
into
I'm
consideration.
not asking you to vote for anyone. I'm trying to tell you, you people are human beings with a brain. Use it. A lot of people are sheep. They follow lies and all that. I'm telling you right now, Donald Trump, I mean, he was out there the other day talking about, like, what was he bringing about? What happened in Florida, all right? He said that'll never happen under my watch. Believe me, there's a lot you're not listening to because what'll happen is people are together. So say if you get a Republicans on the Republican side, Democrats on the other side. So you got straights over here, you have gays over here, whatever it is, maybe. So you congregate with each other. They don't congregate. They stay in your group, they stay in their group. No one. So most people think like Democrats. Why do they vote Democrat? All minorities, for years and years, 50 for 100 years they've been voting that. They don't think of anything else. They don't know anything else because they've been brainwashed to go that way. They won't give it another chance. And I'm telling you right now,
I get what you're saying,
Trump
but
will
I don't
know.
know.
No, but I'm not asking you to, but I'm telling you, don't believe the crap that he's not for you. That's a crock of baloney. He's made numerous statements about what happened in Miami that'll never happen on my watch. I'll make sure these people are protected or whatever. They have the same rights. I'm telling you right now.
Did you know that he pioneered 30 years ago? He took Palm Springs to court because when he opened up some clubs there, he opened clubs to everybody. Gays, blacks, Jews. Palm Springs says, no. We're exclusive. He took him to court once. So he pioneered equal opportunity.
Okay. Well, we're going to go.
Yeah, no.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, guys. I'm just saying, no.
Thank you.
No one's asking you to vote for
I like your
anyone.
business. I do like your business.
You guys got a brain.
The disconnect I can't get. You have Hillary who wants to bring people to this country who wants to kill gay people.
Right, exactly.
And yet I'm seeing a lot of gay people for Hillary.
Yeah, they don't have any brain. They have no process.
And I thought it was the weirdest thing in the world when the father of the shooter of Orlando shows up behind her at the thing and what a message that sent.
Right, and she knew nothing about it.
I mean, if that was Donald Trump, if that...
Oh my God.
Right.
I have no memory at this time. I never.
All right, thank you.
I never had.
But the whole Orlando thing was extremely disturbing, But then Hillary Clinton had the father sit behind her at a rally, which I thought was very weird. You heard about that, right?
The father of the Orlando shooter?
Yes, didn't you think that was strange? I mean, I thought there was... But here's the disconnect, and this is what I can't figure out. I'm looking at Hillary Clinton, who wants to bring in, obviously I was a signal to go ahead, yeah, come on over. You want to come on over, I'll let you in. Even if you want to kill the gay people, come on over. We don't mind. And then you got Trump on the other side who's going, can we please keep these people out of here?
I am completely on your side.
Thank you. People think for themselves, looking at them, say, I don't want these people are throwing me off of buildings over in their country to come over and hurt me. But you know, I'm wondering about the ones, especially the ones
not
like...
only targeting homosexuals, they're targeting Americans.
Oh, indeed.
So,
but they seem to go out of their way, like in Orlando, you know.
Yeah, but I mean...
You have to look at the bigger picture. That was just one about person in the Orlando thing. If it was Hillary's way or Donald's way, it would make a lot more people to do. I mean, it just took one person to do that. Even though the ones that are kept over there stay there and the ones that are here stay here, it still happen.
Yeah, but again, the only time we're seeing it is when someone's called them oh my God. I mean, I don't see anybody running into a mall and going, I love Jesus and blowing themselves up.
I agree with that too.
You know?
I think that's like you were talking about people that are coming and murdering out of religious versus people that just kill for no apparent, just because
What's the
they're
difference?
Big difference.
There's
You
a
know why?
difference.
Go look at Europe alone. Europe is in turmoil now. One night, New Year's Eve, in Germany, the police reported 1,000 rapes and molestations of women by those refugees.
Yeah.
That's one. I can give you across the country in Europe. You'll see the numbers.
Yeah, but I mean,
All right, I'll give you the
understand
best
that.
answer, my friend. I'll tell you this. Hitler's Germany, a lot of people don't know this. Hitler's Germany, do you think all those German people were for Hitler? Not even 10%. But he was in such control that he'd murder you. No one had guns but him. He had his brown shirts out there. He silenced 90% of the population that hated him. But everybody will think all Germans. So 10% of a population that's dangerous with that ideology can do destruction. Hitler did it.
Yeah.
I don't need to go no further than that.
But I mean,
Hitler
there's like-
turned the world.
I feel like
Put
if
Jews
there's-
in ovens.
But there's like a
Hated
billion
gays,
Muslims
hated
who are
blacks.
not all dead yet. So I mean, I feel like you're painting
Well,
a picture
indeed,
of
but
all Muslims
I'm not.
as
Just
bad.
look at Europe.
No.
Look at Europe. We're not picturing a
But
picture of all.
here's the deal, and here's if you want to work it out, and what you said makes sense in this instance. There's a radicalization of Islam that has taken over.
Yeah.
It used to
Oh,
be,
yeah.
it's spreading now because it's being allowed to spread. We're arming these people, we're funding them, and we're training them. We're creating these people. Why? Because we're a war economy. We need enemies. So we make the enemies.
I agree.
And that's what's good. But the people are waking up to that right now. We're understanding. That's why we're going, excuse me, but I mean, $6.5 trillion disappeared out of the Pentagon budget. That just came out a couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
right?
it came out in the
You'd
news.
think that would be headline news. That's 1/10 of the entire world's GDP. Do you know how many fences we can mend? How many jobs we create? Or how many people you could pay off with that kind of money?
It went somewhere.
It's corrupt, and that's why we got a sheriff in town. We got a sheriff in town. He's coming along and says, I'm going to go ahead and make this right. I'm going to arrest some people. Because if this election was about anything, it was about the people against the corruption coming out of both parties. I mean, Bernie Sanders on the left was against the establishment, roasted how much popularity.
And what
I mean,
happened with him?
he had that thing stolen from him.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
He had the people, he had the numbers. You're telling me he can get 30,000
He won
people in
everything.
Please.
Numbers.
I know. And so
Hitler got
now,
the delegates.
yeah. And we got this thing propped up on a stick. They're telling us that it's leading or Trump. What am I going to believe my own lying eyes? Or what they tell me?
Democratic corruption when they uncovered it through the WikiLeaks emails. They said,
Yes,
we ain't
yeah.
letting this guy be the president.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
And they didn't. There you go. I mean, so...
And it drives me crazy. The worst of the worst are the Bernie Sanders that are now saying they're supporting Clinton. I just don't know
I
what
feel like
the
I haven't-
hell.
I haven't
Bernie
seen-
portrayed his people.
I was gonna say I haven't seen any.
I'm not sure how much of it's talking then because
I feel like a lot of his standards were disappointed in him saying that he's going to support Hillary. I feel like I've seen a lot more people saying that they're not going to support Hillary, that they were Bernie Sanders supporters. So.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, I would hope so. That
Yeah.
needs to make common sense.
He hasn't said
I mean,
anything.
You know what? I made him go home.
if you,
put on a
why
film
did
with Hillary
Trump
Clinton.
and Sanders
Said
become
she
popular?
does
They
not
were both
believe-
against the
Oh, I know.
establishment. So
I've-
Sanders is closer to Trump than he ever was to Clinton.
Trump was never
So
that
why
way.
wouldn't the
Trump was never that way.
Sanders people go to Trump?
As the policies don't align, just because.
The only thing that was different was one was a socialist and the other was capitalist. Other than that, they both wanted to get out of the TPP, both wanted to rein in corporations, both wanted to see people in jail that needed to be there, have a sound money system. They both wanted the same things. If you look at, if you go back and listen,
A lot of the stuff that Trump says, I mean, he just doesn't align with people that would support Sanders. I mean, like a lot of the Islamophobic stuff,
what is on the folder?
deporting, not allowing Muslims to come in, or deporting Muslims, deporting
Well,
Hispanics.
excuse me, right now, because of the situation we were talking about earlier, we've created enemies.
But those enemies were created a long time ago.
Well, for good reason. Understand it. Look, this is all social engineering, and it's like a deep chess game.
But when I ask people, you know, they say like
Albert Pike, are you familiar with Albert
I know
Pike?
the name.
Yeah, he's the godfather of the Masons. Very evil man, right? Yeah, there's good with Masons and bad. But this is a bad one. All right. Albert Pike wrote the Albert Pike letters. Look him up. He actually predicted World War I, II, and III. This is how he said World War III would be fought. The Western powers would create brush fire wars all over the place and create a lot of turmoil and refugees.
Yeah.
We will open up our floodgates to these refugees, play on the guilt of us starting this. Allow these refugees to overtake the welfare systems, and we will bring down Western civilization from the inside. When that happens, we will come in as the saviors, as the one world government, ensuring peace and tranquility forever. In reality, it'll be our death. And that is exactly what's happening. It is globalization against nationalization, and that's what that man's trying to stop.
Right, yeah.
It's not a nationality.
I understand that.
Right, but the way you said it, it didn't sound like it.
Yeah, well, no. I'm not arguing with you because
Well, we're not arguing. I'm just trying to have it. Maybe you can convince me otherwise of some of the things here. Can you name one policy he's done that's made our lives better?
he allowed me to marry my husband. That's 21 years. So that was a big
Oh, okay. Did you know Hillary Clinton was against that? Did you know that?
I don't know. I guess I'll read more of the policies right before I vote for her.
No, really. She's on TV right here saying she's against that. Did you know that? I got it right here. Would you like to read it? Let's see her say it. No, I guess you don't. What's your I mean, this election, what is your take on it? It's nothing like I've ever seen.
Nothing like I've ever seen either. It's really almost a no-win situation. It's sad to say. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, everything I've read about her is studied, but I mean, she's just out for herself. She has no scruples, no morals, no nothing. You know, and Trump, I mean, he keeps shooting himself in the foot. You wonder if it's deliberate or what.
Well, actually, because he is like more of a, he's more like the guy you have a beer with, you know, and he speaks that, and the powers that be that control the media will take every syllable he says and they're going to go ahead and distort it.
Soros and people like that.
But this is what I can't get, and it's confusing to me. Well, it's not confusing because I know how they manipulate thought and people, you know. But this disconnect, because you seem to skate enough to understand this, you're living in this realm here. The Clinton is all about, I'm thinking about what happened in Orlando. And read reports of how they treat gay people in Muslim countries. They throw them off of buildings, and they're
Oh, look how they treat women.
indeed, yeah, and that's why I don't understand why the feminists want these people to come over. But I'm wondering in the gay community, I can't get it past the disconnect, why they would be for Clinton when it's Trump that wants to keep the people out that want to kill them.
Yeah, you have to understand what I've read. She just wants to open the floodgates, which will build up her base. And I mean, she'll be.
Yeah, but it's like people, I don't think they'd even want to assimilate into our.
Thing is,
Yeah.
you have supporting support. We have that kind of run. I mean,
Eventually it runs out.
eventually some of these businesses are just going to flee the country and go to some other, foreign countries. I just don't understand. But I don't think she got that history. Just this is what happened.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we know that. I mean, just the things that came out this past Friday about her, which was like, yeah, I've got brain damage, but I want to be your president. You know?
This one is good. The Mark Twain.
Like would you or I got to see everything she's got going for her.
Well, right now, yes.
Yeah,
You know, the one thing he said that really shocked me that I could be on his side? It was about 9/11. And he said, if you elect me president, you will find out who really brought down the towers. I thought, well, okay.
And of course the Bush was in Saudi Arabia, so like this with the oil interests.
Where do you get all your news from? Because you seem very aware.
The internet mostly,
What sites do you know?
I just search.
Wow, we got one that can see. Now, the whole thing about the Orlando shooting was a tragedy.
I lost 9 friends.
Get out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm glad you weren't there that night. Huh? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What I'm wondering about, because there's a disconnect here that I'm trying to get, I mean, everything seems so opposite to me anyway. I mean, you see so many things that don't make sense, right? But this is one of the things that don't make sense to me. I'm trying to get this gay community, obviously, with the LBG and all this is starting, it's all in the news and everything. So here you are, a Muslim who decided it'd be a good idea to go kill 49 gay people. Hillary Clinton then had the father of that murderer sitting behind her at a rally. How do you feel about that?
That is another person.
But
For us, okay.
But don't you think that sent a message that here's the deal, here's the disconnect I get. Donald Trump wants to, you see, the people that Hillary wants to bring in are throwing gays off of buildings. They killed gay people, as Randall proves. They don't like gay people. So Hillary wants to bring these people in here that want to kill gay people. Donald Trump wants to keep the people that want to kill gay people out of this country. So here's the disconnect. I'm finding a lot of gay people that are voting for Hillary and against Trump. Why would they do that? Why would they want them?
Republicans, they always vote against.
So it's a group mentality
Hillary
thing?
did too, my friend. If you go back and listen to Hillary, she said marriage between a man and a
But
woman.
it's more Republicans against us. It's more. We know Democrats too.
But Trump is not your Republican. Trump is, if
He's nothing. He's just
Trump is
candidate,
Trump.
a candidate.
But my
not
point
bad.
being is, he wants to keep the terrorists out that want to kill the gays.
See, he brought up a good point, what you just got. He got what you just said, Mike. Let me stop you there for a second. Trump is not a Republican.
No, he's not.
And Trump is not against gays. He will protect gays. He's for gays. And this is what he's getting at. I don't understand. Don't look at, like I wish the gay community would, don't look at Trump. Because what Trump does as the president, now he could put in place where Republicans have to follow and maybe be more on your side that you think they are. You know what I mean? But at least Trump has been a liar. Hillary's been a liar. She was always against gay marriage, gays, or whatever. Now she evolved. You know what I mean? Trump never had to evolve. He was always a gentleman. No, really, that's the truth. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't understand they don't give him a look.
Well, I thought after Orlando they would.
No, well,
I mean, you know, he's been saying keep these people out because they you know, they want to kill us.
Orlando was very Republican. My family, but now everybody is turning.
Who's turning what?
Democrats.
Why? Why?
well, that's what I'm saying. A
I
lot of
mean,
Puerto
I don't
Ricans-
understand.
Most Puerto Ricans I know are Republican.
I mean,
I know that.
did you
So
see
are
what?
Cubans, you know.
Cubans too.
Most Puerto Ricans.
Did you
I
see
know,
what
I have
came
tons of
out
friends.
yesterday?
They're Republican.
Look at this data dump shows Clinton is criminal and clueless.
Yes. First, when Trump show up, he started the racist stuff.
What racist stuff?
That's why he talks.
What racist stuff? Give me an example of anything he said is racist. What do you say about Mexico? How about this racist stuff? Read this.
It's not what.
No. Here's this. No. Well, then listen to this.
Yeah, but you know something?
Pardon me, but listen. In 1974, Bill Clinton lost his Senate seat. Hillary Clinton lashed out at the campaign manager, Paul Frey, calling him a fucking Jew bastard. That was Hillary Clinton 74. First Lady Hillary Clinton called a young black man super predators.
Yeah, and I can
So I said, go down the list here. I've got 11 racist remarks by Hillary Clinton. You can't bring up one about Donald Trump.
No, they can't.